Welcome to Great Neighborhood Cooks. I'm your host, Rob Kircher. Each week I'm going to be knocking on the doors of amazing cooks who live down the street or around the corner. Who knows, maybe from your own neighborhood. For the most part, they're unsung cooks known mainly to their family and friends. Or they might be cooks from that great little hideaway restaurant that we love to discover. Either way, their relative obscurity is about to change as I bring them into the spotlight. So who will be the next discovered great neighborhood cook? Well, stay tuned to find out. So who will be the next discovered great neighborhood cook? Well, my esteemed co-host, Ruth Manchester, Chef Ruth Manchester, and I are with Taylor, right?
Yes.
Chef Taylor. And tell us about what you just won in 2017.
I did the Kids Barbecue Championship on the Food Network, and it was a pork challenge, and I did the appetizer and the entree, and I won 10 grand.
10 grand. Well,
Nice.
What did you do with the $10,000?
I put it away, and I'm not allowed to touch it. I'm not allowed to mess
Smart
with
move,
it.
Mom.
Now, actually, Ruth and I and my wife saw you on television when you won that. And I got to tell you were very charming, and you did a really wonderful job.
Thank you.
So how has this changed your life?
It has changed my life tremendously just by the experiences and the people I get to meet and just the things that I get to do that I probably wouldn't have done before. And I mean, I've always loved to cook, but this just opened a whole new gateway to my entire experience.
Well, fantastic. Well, we want to introduce some really amazing people here, and we're going to start with your mom, because your mom, Jessica, is actually your manager, right?
My momager, yes.
All right.
Momager.
Momager.
That's good.
Momager, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Now, do you call Taylor Chef, or do you call her your daughter? How do you
When
call
we're
her?
working, it's Chef Taylor, but
Chef-
at home it's Taylor Sanders.
Especially when she's
So,
In trouble, yes.
and Reva, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
And you were a fan as well as a friend, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. And I understand that you have some children, right?
Yes, I do.
And you have another one that's on its way?
It's on its way in October. Pray for me. Little boy.
And Daniel, you are a pretty interesting guy. You're from Romania, right?
I am, yeah.
And you are in the insurance business, right?
I am the life guy,
The life guy.
and I help people protect their families with life insurance and
Yeah.
disability insurance and other.
But you're also
Taylor's-
something else, right?
Taylor's his next client.
Taylor, yeah,
Insure her
yeah,
hands.
yeah.
As soon as she's world famous, I'll insure her hands and
Any
her
minute
taste
now.
buds.
But you're also a foodie, right?
Yes, I'm a foodie. That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here. Okay, I'm going to move down the line over here. This is Guy Clark, and Guy is a pretty interesting guy. You've got a number of I guess, blogs, right?
Well, we have Sizzle Southwest Florida, the restaurant week here in Southwest Florida.
Ah, okay, all right.
And we do work with Where to Eat 239, which is an interesting place for people to be able to find out places to eat and wonderful chefs like Taylor.
Yeah. And then next to you is a very beautiful Zaza. I know she's been on the show many, many times in the past, and she is also the wife to our esteemed photographer, and he's a very good friend, and Dave Kotzman. So and she's also a neighbor, so welcome. Okay, we want to get on with this, and this is just like I said, it's a very wonderful show, and we want to thank you, Chef, for joining us, because it's exciting to have you on the show. And I got to tell you, it's just so endearing and engaging and fun to be with, and
Great voice.
oh my God, and we can't wait to see what you're going to be doing. So tell us what you're going to be cooking today.
So today I'm going to be cooking a grilled chicken thigh with a honey and lime cilantro glaze to go on top with street corn.
Oh, I can't wait. Well, before we go further, I want everybody to raise their glasses, and I want to make a toast to Chef Taylor Sanders, winner of the 2017 Kids Barbecue Championship, right?
Yes.
That's wonderful. Okay,
Let's
well,
get
let's put
this
the
on
corn
the
on the
grill.
grill,
You
okay?
don't pre-soak this in
Nope,
water?
just put it on there. So right now I'm going to make the sauce or the marinade for the chicken.
Okay.
So I'm just going to use a little bowl. And so it's olive oil, soy sauce, honey, cilantro, and salt and pepper, and it's going to be super amazing, and I'm really excited, and yeah. So this recipe my aunt has made, and I love it. So I just I'm gonna make it, and I add some things and some takes.
Now your aunt is also in the food business, right?
Yes.
And she
Yes.
has a place called what?
It's called the Rooster. And
The
it's
Rooster.
wonderful. I go there all the time.
That's Miss Lisa. That's
Oh,
that's my mentor.
your mentor.
Yeah.
Oh, the mentor. Well, wait a minute. You have an
Okay.
aunt, and your aunt is the
Yes.
Carolina.
No, Miss Lisa
Wrong.
has, no, you're fine. Miss Lisa, which she has her official name as my mentor, and she owns Carolina Catering in Naples and also the Rooster in Naples. They just opened a little
Now
restaurant.
Ruth has been there, and you
Yes.
think it's
It
fantastic,
is
right?
fantastic.
It's amazing.
So let's get going here, Chef.
Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna need is some cilantro. You have to cut up and chop
My
a half
favorite,
cup of it.
favorite herb. I love it.
Okay.
Here, get rid of that for you. Okay.
Flip that horn.
Thank
Yeah.
you. So I'm just gonna chop this up. So I'm just gonna take some of these bigger stems off because sometimes those get
I understand
tough.
you're also like the chopping whiz here. I understand your chopping skills are amazing.
Yes,
I read
love.
that about you.
It's just,
Comes naturally,
yeah,
right?
I guess. My chef at the beginning of the school year, guess I didn't know properly how to teach, hold a knife. So at the beginning of the school year, my chef at school made me just chop things. And if I didn't hold my knife right, she'd restart.
Well, you learned well. No question about it. Now, you're a freshman in high school, right?
I am, yes.
And you go to Golden Gate.
Yes, Golden
right?
Gate
Golden
High
Gate,
School.
right? But they also have a culinary class there, right?
We do. We have a culinary program at our school, and in Collier County, we're one of 3 who has a culinary program in their school, which is amazing. So I have a culinary class every day that's about an
Isn't that
hour,
incredible?
It is.
45 minutes long, and we cook every single week. We have a different lab. My chef at school is amazing. She's taught me so much. Marissa Crisanti, she's amazing.
We know Marisa. She's been on our show about 5 times, actually.
Yeah, I love
She's
her.
fabulous.
She is
She's
amazing.
absolutely fabulous. That was my director, Tanchi, who was just mentioning that and reminding me of that. Yeah. All right, we're good.
So you're just gonna need about, I'm just gonna roughly measure this out, about a half cup of cilantro.
Wonderful. And I love the smell of that already. It's just
It's
amazing.
amazing. And we're gonna use that for the corn and the garnish.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put that off to the side.
You know, it's a good thing you're not camera shy. you know?
And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some limes, and you need a 4th cup of lime juice. So these limes, I've rolled them, and they're really nice and juicy. And
Perfect.
yes. So I'm just going to take this. It's my little juicer.
Now, I know your mom, I was talking to her earlier, she's camera shy, so she's the introvert and you're the extrovert. So where does the extrovert come from?
Maybe. Yeah.
My stepmom's a very outspoken person too, so she has always just taught me just to, never be
Speak
shy
up,
and
right?
speak
Yeah.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you don't, then you're never gonna get anywhere.
How did you become a contestant in the food show?
That's all her.
Okay, so that was mom.
That was her.
The momager.
The momager.
She
the
did
momager.
that.
Okay.
She calls me one day and said, "Hey, I put your application in for Chopped." I was like, "What? Are you kidding me? I didn't even know they did that." And then Food Network contacted us again and said that unfortunately all the slots were filled for that show, but they had another one coming up called Kids Barbecue Championship, and it was really weird because right before we had started, I hadn't even knew about the barbecue. I had just been getting brave and trying out the grill and stuff like that. My stepdad teaching me stuff about the grill. And then bam, this showed up. I was like, well, heck, I got a little bit of experience with that. And so I'm just gonna pour the lime juice in there. And then once we did that, they flew us out to California in January. We filmed the show and then it aired in May.
So tell us about that. Was that exciting for you?
It was amazing. My
Yeah.
contestants were amazing, and we all still keep in contact today.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just gonna cut these up for garnish. So now it's gonna call for some honey.
Okay.
So just gonna pour some honey in there.
Wow. So let me ask you this question. You're a champion now, right? And,
Yes.
You're a freshman in high school, right? How has that changed your life at school?
It's kind of
Do kids treat you differently?
Not necessarily differently. It's like at the beginning of school year, I didn't really want to talk about it. Mom had to tell me like, that's not something you want to be, like I wasn't ashamed of it. It's just like, I don't want to be treated differently than everybody else. And so I had a hard time with that at the beginning of the school year just because I didn't want to be treated differently and I wanted just no one to know about that.
Right.
And it was kind of funny because someone walked up to me at school one day and goes, do I know you from somewhere? And I was like, nope, you don't. And so I think I do. Were you on that show? I was like, yes, it's a long story. And then I told them the story. And then I would just have kids like walk up to me like and come with their phone. Is this you? And I'm like, yes. Like, and so all the time I have people, do you
They're
want to come
always
with-
embarrassed by it.
I'm not necessarily embarrassed. It's just like not an everyday thing that someone at your school's like been on national television. And so I have people walk up to me all the time. Can you make me this? Like, can you bring me food? And I'm like,
Anybody come up to you and say, can I have your autograph?
a few people. I'm like, we're not gonna do that.
Yet. We're not going to do that yet.
And we're gonna put some soy
We hope
sauce
this
in
becomes a career, but if not, it'll be a really great hobby for her.
I
you
can't
know.
imagine that it wouldn't become a career.
Yeah.
I mean, she has everything going for
At
her.
least in college, she won't be cooking ramen noodles. She'll be having.
That's true. Everybody will be coming to her dorm room for dinner.
Well, it
We're
starts
gonna
with the
put
love,
some
but she
coarse
definitely has
black
a
Or
love
this
for
could
cooking,
be
there's
her
no
way
question
of,
about it.
you know, extra money
So
coming
you
in.
have some
Yeah.
smoked paprika.
Yeah.
I
That's
do.
one of
That's my favorite
spices.
seasonings.
Isn't it wonderful?
In a lot of my spice rubs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's my secret ingredient
Yeah,
because
mine too.
I want it to be barbecue-y, but then I don't want it to be like sloppy barbecue, so I use that as something else.
What is it?
It's smoked paprika.
We
It's
use it with a lot of
Yeah.
things, yeah.
Okay. So we're
Well,
just gonna
like I
give
said,
that a quick
Chef
mix.
Ruth has got a lot of little secrets. I mean, so
And then
she's
it's
always
olive
collecting
oil.
secrets, by the way.
Yes, any secrets, she will, or
Yeah,
any tips
yeah.
too.
A good chef is always collecting ideas
Yes.
and secrets, right?
As you can tell, I'm trying to measure this so I know what's
No,
in
it's okay.
it.
You can eyeball it too.
So
Just have fun.
Just put a little bit of olive oil in there so that everything sticks to it.
Wow,
And so this is what it looks like.
looks
I'm
fantastic.
gonna taste it. I
What's
think it needs a little
what's
bit
it
of
need?
salt.
Salt, okay.
And the honey, when it gets on the chicken, it's gonna kind of encode it, and it's gonna be so good.
Caramelizes it.
Yeah.
I have no doubt about it. I'm sure it
So
will.
now I'm gonna take this.
How long does it take for the corn to cook, would you say?
Well, I
Ruth?
took
put
it
the
off.
chicken
I
in.
think it's
I think
it's done?
it's done now, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take the chicken and cut it open and lay it out on this cutting board.
Okay. Now you always have to be careful with chicken, don't you?
Yes. I have one thing in culinary this year. Well, one thing
It's
in
tough.
culinary this year learned that with about surf safe. That has been like our one thing that we've learned about this year. And like cross contamination, and even though it's going to get cooked, you still have to be sanitary. And we have once a month sanitary like procedures that we do and stuff like that. So she'll grade us on how our sanitation is.
So let's see how your grade is today.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna take some of this and put it on top of it,
Ooh.
and then I'm gonna rub it in.
Already the presentation is amazing, isn't it?
no, it looks great.
Wow.
Just gonna rub some of this
Now Ruth
in.
is going to help you.
Yes. Do
she
you mind
loves-
putting some salt?
Here.
Just sprinkle it on top of the chicken.
Okay. I can
And
do
I'm gonna
that.
get the top and the bottom
I can do
all
that.
coated in this. And just go over the top of it
You ready?
and yep, just sprinkle it on.
Okay.
Perfect. One thing I've learned from the show is, especially when you're grilling, a lot of the seasoning tends to not stick on. So with salt, I undersalted on the show, so it's like my duty now to not undersalt anything.
It was one of the things she missed in round 2.
Yeah,
Not enough salt.
Not enough salt.
Yeah.
not
So
enough
we
salt
tease
for
her.
round 2. That big thing of salt, that was a gift
And you have sea
from
salt there.
one of our really good friends. He said that he never wanted me to undersalt anything again, so that was a gift from him.
Well, you're talking to a salt lover right now, so you can't add enough salt for me. I just love it. Well, that looks fantastic, doesn't it, Ruth? Wow. So what do you think of Chef Taylor?
Very impressed. This little girl's gonna go a long way.
Now that means a lot coming from Chef Ruth, believe me.
So now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the chicken thighs and I'm gonna put them the top skin side down to get a really nice char on it. And because you want that, because that's all skin, you want it to get kind of crispy and not be so fatty and like soggy. So we're gonna get a really good char on that.
Perfect. Well, let's do that. I'm gonna get on this side of you. You get over here, Chef.
Oh, I'm gonna put this skin side down and make sure to get a lot of that cilantro all on there, and I'm gonna, that's what you wanna hear.
Ooh.
That's perfect. And I'm gonna put it as a diagonal so I get those really pretty diamonds on it. We make a joke in my family, and it's either, if your diamonds look really good, you went to Zales. If you didn't, you went to the Diamond District. So. There's those grease fires. I'm gonna turn this off.
You want to turn it right off?
Yeah,
Okay.
good. And then I want to turn this down. Is it on
Okay.
low?
Yeah, they're on low now.
Okay, that's perfect. So now I'm just
Yeah.
gonna shut this
Okay.
and let it cook.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I'll tell you what.
How long, Taylor?
The chicken thighs are gonna take about 15-ish minutes because especially on a grill this hot.
Yep.
So yeah, though I usually can just tell by touching them.
Yep.
My dad taught me the trick of you can feel it through your thumb and stuff
Right.
like that. So chicken internal temperature needs to be at 165. I personally like it at 170, just because like I know I shouldn't be scared of it, but it
Just
is
in case.
something to be
Just in
cautious
case.
about.
All
Yeah,
right. Well, while we're waiting for this to take place, let's go to a commercial break and we'll come back. All right?
perfect.
Great.
Moran Edwards Asset Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors has 25 professionals dedicated to attentive, personalized service. Our team's credentials cover a wide range of advisory disciplines, and we've been helping families and institutions invest to achieve their financial goals for over 30 years. Call 239-254-2200 or visit moranedwards.com for a complimentary consultation. Moran Edwards, passionate, personable, performance-driven.
Indulge me for a moment. Take a look at these amazing kitchens. Now close your eyes and picture your kitchen. Now picture your dream kitchen. Create a kitchen with ambiance. Let the experienced craftsmen at Kitchens by Ambiance create a space that will truly impress. Kitchens by Ambiance. Visit our showroom in Bonita Springs or find us online at kitchensbyambiance.com.
At the Roma's Gourmet Market and Restaurant, they do things differently. They do it the authentic way. For example, why is their incredible bread and pastries the best you've ever tasted? Well, it's because they're made artfully and lovingly every day, using only the freshest ingredients possible. The same care and thoughtfulness goes into their freshly brewed, custom blended coffee. The Roma's Gourmet Market and Restaurant at the Promenade in Bonita Springs is the closest place to Little Italy in Southwest Florida. On September 10, 2017, Hurricane Irma unleashed her fury and powerful winds on Southwest Florida, leaving many homeowners in a state of dismay. I was one of them. Days turned into weeks, and that turned into months. Among the maze of promising roof contractors and so-called experts, one company stood out, ACC Mastercraft. And I want you to do me a favor. Folks, contact them. They're on Trade Center Way. They are unbelievable. They do two things that I was blown away by. One, they believe in service, and two, they believe in helping you. Can you imagine that? It's true. Contact them. It's the best thing you can possibly do for yourself. And when you do, I want you to call me and let me know how you make out, because they're unbelievable. Seriously. Well, folks, we're back from our commercial break, and we've actually husked the corn, haven't you?
We did.
Look how
we
beautiful this is.
Braided them all
show
nice
the
and
audience.
pretty. And
Look at that. What do you call it? A pigtail? Is that what it is?
yeah, we
That's a
just
little
braided
Chef
it.
Ruth
Yeah.
trick.
Yeah.
They look gorgeous.
So
She's learned how to keep her fingers
I
out of the way.
was just going to say that. You're a good chopper, for sure.
Taylor grandmother said this was a gift, this knife was a gift from your grandmother?
It was.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's her favorite knife.
It's my favorite knife. I have
Wow.
this one and I have a bigger one, and
Well, it's perfect for your hands.
it is. It's perfect.
All right.
So now we're just gonna take the butter, and my favorite thing to do it is just pick it up in the thing,
Yeah, it's plenty soft enough.
hold it
isn't
like this, and just rub it all over it.
Oh yeah. Give it a good bath,
No
right?
calories there.
No calories, no.
Not at all.
This is perfect.
No cholesterol.
You're just gonna rub it.
Magic.
You're just gonna rub it, and I just like to hold it like this and just
Let it rip.
circle it around.
See, that's where that little braided handle comes
It
in.
Yeah,
does. It's
yeah.
perfect.
Makes your life easier.
Look at that.
So I'm just gonna.
Now, do you salt and pepper this? Or?
I do. I'm gonna salt and pepper it before
Okay.
I put it on. That's perfect.
Yeah, you don't want to get it stuck between your teeth.
Yeah,
there.
no.
You want me to
Here.
do the honor?
It's
Yep,
so
I'm gonna
attractive.
go around and sprinkle it with some
Okay.
salt.
I like it when she gives me a job, you know what I mean? I don't get many, but this is an important one.
And I'm just gonna sprinkle some salt onto this. And then you can go behind
Okay.
and just crack some black pepper over top of it. It's a fun job, it gives you a hand workout
Yeah,
too.
it does. It's good. I need the exercise.
And then we're just gonna sprinkle some cilantro onto it and rub
Love it.
that onto it.
So you're using the more finely chopped cilantro?
I am, yes, because we're gonna use the bigger cilantro for garnish.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I know. You're weak. You're weak.
I'm old. Well, I am. Old.
And then I am gonna spritz some lime juice onto this just to add another depth of flavor. I'll take my
There
handy
you go.
juicer and just go right over top of it with a little bit of lime
Look at that.
juice.
Want me to turn those for you?
Yeah, we're just gonna flip them over.
Okay.
Just rub them all into that. I'm not gonna put any more lime juice on it, and we're just gonna rub
Oh,
them.
boy.
Make sure they get all coated. Now I'm gonna
Looks
take them.
fantastic.
Now I'm gonna take them over to the grill, and we're gonna put them on hot so that
Okay.
they get kind of charred. That's the goal.
Perfect.
And we're just gonna stick them on the end where this part hangs off, because we don't want it to get burned.
Well, that's another neat trick right there, isn't it? Learning all these tips. It's incredible.
And while that's going, I'm gonna wipe this off. So I just gonna flip these, make sure they get all nice and buttered up and good. That's perfect. Those need about 2 more minutes. They're at 163 right now. So now I'm gonna put a little bit more of
I
the
think I'm-
sauce on top of it, just when they're almost done. So I'm gonna take a little.
More is the merrier, for sure.
Right? I'm gonna take just a little spoon and pour some of that right on top,
Oh, wow. Look at that.
just
Ooh.
like that. This is the last step to finishing them.
That looks so good, Chef. I gotta tell you.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
This one's done.
Yeah.
All right, our corn's all done.
That looks beautiful.
So now all we're
Look at
gonna
that.
do for the
Okay.
finishing touches, we're gonna sprinkle one of my favorite. It's a Mexican cheese. It's called Cotija Cheese, and it's one of
Wow.
my favorites. So we're gonna sprinkle that right on top. And be generous with it, because you cannot get enough of this.
Now, do
And
you
it-
turn that?
Nope, it's just like that.
Just like that, huh?
And then I'm gonna take a little bit of smoked paprika.
Now, this is your secret ingredient, right?
Yes.
Taylor and I adore this.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. While we're doing that, we're going to go to a break, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Hey, look, come on.
Kids on the rocks again. Hey, you kids can't play here.
Not fun. Fun. Golisano Children's Museum of Naples. Fun.
Thinking of updating your kitchen? Don't just replace, create. Let the experienced craftsmen at Kitchens by Ambiance create a space that will truly impress. Create a kitchen with ambiance. Kitchens by Ambiance, visit our showroom in Bonita Springs across from the promenade on Tamiami Trail, or find us online at kitchensbyambiance.com.
I'm here with Francis J. Cuomo. He's the owner of DeRoma's Gourmet Market. And Francis, every time I come in here, it's just bustling with activity. I love it.
Thank God. That's why we're here. We're here to feed people.
How many people do you get on a daily basis?
Well, it depends. You know, certain times of the year, like now, we average around 3,000 people a day on a Saturday and a Friday. Sundays we close a little early at 6, and we average around 1,500 to 1,800 people a day on a Saturday. So it's it just keeps growing.
And people
the restaurant yesterday, about 1,100 people.
Really?
In the restaurant
Wonderful.
alone.
Wonderful.
That's not including that.
Well,
So
you know,
we're very
you've got
blessed.
that magic going for here.
Yeah.
You know, you really do. It's the sight, the sound, the aroma, everything that
Yes.
you're so well known for.
I give God the credit. He gave me the energy and the foresight.
So, folks, if you really want to have a gourmet experience, you want to come to DeRoma's Gourmet Market in Bonita Springs, and it's Little Italy right here in
Southwest Florida.
Southwest Florida.
Our own creation.
I've been suffering from hearing loss as long as I can remember. It used to be I couldn't hear people in crowded rooms. Now I can't hear people in any situation anywhere. That's severe. Finally, I decided to do something about it, and I went to Beltone 5-Star Hearing.
I've been in this industry since 1972, and helping Rob was a wonderful thing. I wear the same hearing aids, and I'm excited about how much they help me. You get service, and there's 1,600 facilities in the country, and there's a Beltone nearest you. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call your local Beltone dealer for service. And that's what hearing aids are all about. They need service after you purchase them.
Just come see us. It's free just to have an evaluation.
These hearing aids that I just love them. I absolutely love them. Well, folks, we're back from the break, and I got to tell you something. I'm going to say this one more time. She's only 15 years old. I mean, only 15 years old. Look at this stuff. It's amazing. Okay, I got to tell you, it looks absolutely incredible. And now comes the best part. We're going to plate it.
We are.
Okay, let's do it.
So again, this is our grilled chicken thigh with a honey lime cilantro glaze. With our Fiesta, I'm called Fiesta
Look
street
at that.
corn.
Look how gorgeous that is.
I know it.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, let's all raise our glasses. And a salute to Chef Taylor Sanders and this amazing meal that she's made for us.
Thank
so
you
thank
so
you so
much.
much, Chef.
Thank you.
Right, and we love having you on the show.
Cheers.
Question about it. There you go, guys. Wow.
Cheers.
Wow.
Oysters,
Thank you.
crispy and crunchy.
Fantastic, Taylor.
Thank you.
I mean, really, really
Thank
good.
you.
Again, Chef Taylor Sanders. Go to our website, www.greatneighborhoodcooks.com, and you'll have a backstory on Taylor, and we'll have wonderful behind-the-scenes shots that we have.
Yes.
And then you can also download her recipe. And while you're there, also remember to like us on Facebook and Instagram. And we can't wait to have you on again because you are a delight.
I cannot wait
You're
to be here.
absolutely
I
a delight.
loved cooking in here. It was great.
Well,
Great. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
and you'll learn something from the esteemed chef.
I did. And every time I do this, I'm going to braid it now.
Okay. All right, we'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye.